Hi, hello, and welcome to the presentation of the Polish group from Warsaw. We are going to show you today two interviews featuring people who came to Poland for educational purposes. Our first guest is Dr. Anton Marczyński, a journalist, author, and a philosophy lecturer. He arrived in Poland in 2004 and since then has completed a PhD in philosophy at the Polish Academy of Sciences. Enjoy!
Today we're here with Dr. Marczyński, and let's begin with our interview. Our first question would be, what were the reasons for your moving to Poland, and why were they good enough to make your decision to go?
Well, when I moved to Poland, I have already finished my MA program in Ukraine, studying philosophy, and I just wanted to continue my studies, to continue my education. And of course, I had some perspectives in Ukraine, but because of a number of different reasons, I decided to look for another options in other countries, and because in the year before that decision, that final year of my university, I met a person who studied here in Poland at the Polish Academy of Sciences, at the Institute of Philosophy and Sociology, and she presented me, she told me about this place where I can continue my study. I decided to come here to meet professors who teach here. And when I met them, maybe in a year, because before this eventual decision, I moved here. I decided to study at the graduate school for social research at the Polish Academy of Sciences, and I think that this decision was really good.
Our next question would be, how did you start out right after moving to Poland, and what did you do for a living?
When I came to Poland, I was enrolled to the completely another program I intended to at the beginning, and I was disappointed, of course, and in addition to that, it was the year of the Orange Revolution in Poland, in Ukraine, excuse me. So I was concentrated on those two questions, and truly to say, I haven't noticed any substantial, common, everyday questions, because of course I had fellowship, so I hadn't. It wasn't necessary to think on such things like looking for an apartment and so on, but eventually I found out that I'm in Poland. I'm continuing my studies, my education. So this very moment was really strange, because how it is possible to not notice that you move to another country, but it's possible, and it's truly to say it was my history.
Which were the most important career decisions that took you to where you are right now in life?
I think that when I was finishing my high school, I I really wanted to study philosophy, and finally I was enrolled to the university, and then after I continued my education at the PhD program. So this decision was really important, and I can say that I'm a lucky person that I can do my job in this in this very sphere of philosophy. So I teach at the university. I can translate, and I can write and publish my works. So maybe this decision, when I have chosen, maybe this choice of my specialization was the most important decision, and it is quite actual for me till now.
Did you initially plan to settle down in Warsaw, or was that a thing that just happened in its due course?
I think that this choice wasn't accidental. I knew a couple of professors in philosophy here in Warsaw, and I really wanted to meet them and to study at under their eyes, and finally, luckily, I came here, and I took part in the lectures, seminars. So this fact was extremely important for me, and that's why I decided from the beginning to come here to Warsaw. And maybe that time, that very period and that place here in Poland was the only place, maybe the best place to study philosophy. Most of them are dead now, unfortunately. So maybe now trying to continue to looking for some new options, possibilities, I would take a choice in another country. But in that time, it was 16 years ago, this option was probably the best for me.
All right, our next question. Do you have any regrets about your decision?
I think that, of course, I know the only possibility that I used already, and I think that I've done my best trying to use this possibility. So maybe there is a place of regret, but I think it wouldn't be good, maybe honest, to be concentrated on this negative side of this situation. I think that, as I told you, as I've done my best, so maybe I do not regret.
What was the largest challenge that you faced as a foreigner here?
Okay, there is a number of different challenges, of course. These challenges mostly connected to some formal questions like need to legalize my stay here in Poland, and this problem is constant after all these years. I have to remember it because I'm still a citizen of Ukraine. But maybe well, this one is the most important because, of course, I had a lot of different challenges in my profession, but all of these challenges were, of course, very pleasant for me, nice for me, because I love my job and trying to finished, for example, my PhD thesis. Of course, it was necessary to make the maximal effort to pursue it, to finish, actually. But it was like a game. It was like it is the thing I really love to do. So this challenge is really a sort of happiness to do.
Our final question, do you have any advice for young people looking to pursue an education or a career in another country?
Yes, I have. If we will look for at the history of European universities, we will notice that, especially in medieval age, it was a usual thing to travel to pursue one's education, to meet another people who try to learn something more about the world, to look for new professors, for new perspectives, and this thing is an inherent property of education itself. At least in Europe, in European tradition. So if you would like to be an educated person, you have to travel. You have to you have to travel. You have to see another places. You have to see the world, and it will help you to it is a sine qua non of this. Okay, one moment. You have to travel, and traveling, meeting new people, learning new countries, new languages, new situations, new perspectives is a sine qua non of being an educated person, and actually you just have to travel. You just have to see it, to experience it.